Hi guys, welcome back to Hexes and Horrors. Obviously, I have a new video for you today. I'm going to be sharing some vegan places to eat in Salem, Massachusetts. So I do follow a vegan diet for the most part, vegan lifestyle, I guess you could say. And obviously going on vacation and going out to different places can sometimes be a challenge when there aren't really vegan friendly things on the menu. So of course I always do my research before I visit different places, and I've been to Salem plenty of times. And over the years, they've gotten more vegan options, more vegan restaurants. There are actually a lot of places in Salem that cater to a vegan diet, even some seafood places and places that you wouldn't think would be vegan friendly. There are some options there as well. So I'm going to go through a list that I put together of different spots in Salem where you can get a vegan meal. I do have an actual typed out list that I created for Robin, who runs Spooky in Salem on Facebook. It's a Salem Facebook group. So this printable that I will put in the video is actually, I guess, available in that Spooky in Salem group. Robin had asked me if I would be willing to just put together a quick list of vegan restaurants, and so this is what that list was created for. I will put the image also at the end of the video because there are two sheets that I made, one with the different restaurants to eat at, and then the other one with specifically what options are available there, especially if it's not an all vegan restaurant, like a seafood restaurant or someplace like that. So stay tuned for the end of the video so you can see that list in full. But we're gonna get started with one of the most obvious ones, which is Flying Saucer Pizza. I'm starting with that one because they have an entirely vegan menu. Let me rephrase that. They cater to a regular diet as well as a vegan diet. So they have their regular menu and then they have an entirely vegan menu. So there you can get, of course, vegan pizza, vegan slices, vegan garlic knots, which are pretty good, salads, different side dishes. It's a pretty good menu, especially if you want something fairly quick. You can just order the vegan slice of the day that they have, or you can sit down and order a pie or something like that. And again, this place is really good because, like I said, they cater to different types of diets. So it's not all vegan. If you're with a group where only one or two people are vegan friendly, then it would be good for them as well because, like I said, they have a regular menu and then a vegan menu. All right, the next one is Gulu Gulu Cafe, which is right next to Flying Saucer Pizza, and I believe they are sister restaurants. Gulu Gulu has really good vegan options. They have a delicious mac and cheese. They have some sandwich options, soups, salads, definitely a good variety, and they have a lot of really sort of like comfort foods in vegan versions. Gulu Gulu is also fun because they have games that you can play while you're sitting and waiting for your meal. Definitely recommend checking out Gulu Gulu Cafe. Make reservations because they do get pretty busy in there, whether it's high season, October or not. Then right around the corner, down the street from Gulu Gulu, there is Life Alive Cafe. This is sort of a lesser known place, I guess I would say, or not really one that people talk about a lot on social media, which is kind of why I like it. But they have a lot of vegan options as well, really healthy options. They have bowls, salads, soups. They have the most delicious ginger lemon tea. It is super gingery, so be warned. But I really like it. I feel like it's just warming me up and, I don't know, curing me of some illness every time I drink it. They have different smoothies and drinks that are really good as well. It is more of a health food vibe, so you're not going to find like French fries and comfort food there. But like I said, a lot of grains, bowls, salads, soups, really good food. So Life Alive Cafe is another great option. I am just going to quickly throw in here that a lot of the really popular spots that you see on social media unfortunately tend to not be vegan friendly. So Red's Sandwich Shop, the Ugly Mug Diner, Boston Burger Company, they have the most delicious looking milkshakes, but unfortunately their food is not vegan. I've checked and tried. All right, another good option, especially for breakfast, is the Red Line Cafe. This is right on Essex Street. Now, you're not going to find anything, in my opinion, super, I don't know, great there, but they have just like bagels with peanut butter and smoothies. My mom and I ate there once when we had a breakfast voucher from staying at the Stepping Stone Inn, and it was fine. It wasn't really satisfying for me, but if you are fine with just a simple bagel with peanut butter on it, or a smoothie, which is always a good option, I did actually really enjoy the smoothie, then the Red Line Cafe is another spot. We have the Tavern at the Hawthorne Hotel. They have a few different options. I've eaten there several times with a group and had no issue eating anything. They have French fries, soups, salads, and then maybe one or two main dishes that are vegan friendly. They do have, I know, a tofu scramble for breakfast, which I actually haven't tried and would really like to, but they do have some breakfast and some dinner options. So that is the tavern, and it's inside the Hawthorne Hotel. Jaho Coffee is another spot that has some vegan pastries. I think they have a chia seed pudding. So a couple little snacks and pastry-like things. Jaho Coffee. Ledger, which is another popular spot, does have at least one fully vegan dish. And they kind of switch up their menu, I believe. But I have eaten there before with a group on a couple of different occasions and have had no issues getting something to eat. So Ledger is another place where you can get a meal. Next up, we have All Souls Lounge, one of my personal favorites. They have amazing grilled cheeses, amazing corn dogs. The grilled cheeses are insane. They have a ton of different options, like a whole grilled cheese menu. And of course, you can opt to make it vegan with a vegan cheese. And then the corn dogs are so good. That's all I've had at All Souls. I think they have a couple other things as well. I believe a tomato soup, maybe. I want to say they have a tomato soup. All Souls is a really cool spot, great food, great environment, great atmosphere, good drinks. Then we have also Goodnight Fatties. This is kind of all out of order, so I'm not putting it in a particular order in terms of snacks, desserts, breakfast, any of that. But when you see the list at the end, that is in order and sort of sectioned into different meals. But right now I'm just kind of pulling what's at the top of my head. So Goodnight Fatties has vegan ice cream, they have vegan cookies, and their cookies, if you have not had them, are one of the best I've ever had. They're like melty, gooey, warm. You gotta eat them when you first get them when they're warm. They also have these chubbies that are like little breakfast balls. Their cookies tend to sell out when it gets like towards late night and it's busy season or weekends. So if you want to try them and it's October or maybe even just a weekend, you probably want to get there on the early side. So Goodnight Fatties, they are right across from the Salem Common and kind of diagonal from the Salem Witch Museum. Gotta check out Goodnight Fatties if you haven't been. Melt Ice Cream has vegan ice cream options, as well as Holy Cow Ice Cream, which is over by the Willows. If you're looking for some ice cream options, check out Holy Cow or Melt. The next one's a little bit of an unlikely place, but Finn's has a vegan sushi roll. Now, Finn's obviously is a seafood restaurant, and you wouldn't really think that they catered to vegan. I mean, they don't cater to vegans. But I was looking for a place to eat when I was there on a solo visit once, and I saw that they had a vegan sushi roll. It looked really delicious. So I went, and it was delicious. It was a really large portion. I am so sorry, but I forget actually what was even in it. I think it was, avocado, maybe like sweet potato. It wasn't like a basic roll, like an avocado roll or a sweet potato roll, but I think those two things were in it along with several other items. And it had like a mango salsa topping on it. It was really delicious and it tasted like very not bland, like a little more exotic. If you check Finn's menu, you will see that they do have sushi. And of course, you can get the more basic rolls like just an avocado cucumber roll or something like that. I don't remember what this one was called, but it was really delicious and was vegan friendly. Rockefeller's is another really popular place. They have, a couple basic things like french fries and salads, nothing too exciting. Kodo Asian Fusion is another place that has obviously Asian fusion food, so you can find some vegan friendly options there. I have not eaten at Kodo yet personally, but I've heard really great things about it from other friends that I have who've been there. And Kokeshi is another place that I've also heard very good things about, but have not had the opportunity to check it out yet. Then moving on to tacos. We have the Howling Wolf Taqueria. From what I remember from when I went there, they had tofu tacos. And then, of course, your other things like salsa, guacamole, chips. I remember getting the tofu tacos, and I remember that was really the only option they had, unless the menu has changed or I missed something. And I don't know if they have a seasonal menu. I think this was in the summer when I had been there and had those tofu tacos. Which when I say it, I feel like it sounds pretty bland, but they were really delicious. They were very well seasoned, properly made, because with vegan food, if it's not made properly, it really doesn't taste that good. And especially with tofu, which has to, absorb the flavor of whatever it's being seasoned with or marinated in. So those tacos were really good. I remember they were super flavorful, a good portion, got some chips and salsa, guac, and it was great. Spitfire Tacos is a third taco place that you can go to. Then we also have Dire Wolf Tavern, and there's also Passage to India, which is Indian cuisine. And lastly for this list, I'm going to throw in Lulu's Bakery and Pantry, which of course has baked goods, pastries, cupcakes, very delicious, very well made. And I'm also going to sadly talk about Jody B's Bakery. They no longer exist, so can't go there. But Jody B's was my absolutely favorite spot to eat in Salem. They had a ton of vegan sandwiches, wraps, burritos, all kinds of things. In October, they would do like a, pick up your order and go type of thing just because it's so busy at that time. But they had the most delicious caprese sandwich with a mock mozzarella and tomato with basil sandwich on like a toasted, not ciabatta, I forget what kind of bread it was, but oh my God, it's absolutely delicious. I looked forward to getting it every time that I visited Salem, and unfortunately, they did close down, I think, within the past year or last year, which is really, really sad and unfortunate. And that is my list. I'm sure I'm missing some places, but I do feel like that's a pretty good amount of different spots to check out if you're looking for vegan fare. I'm going to put the list I was talking about into the video here. I'm going to step over because I'm going to fit it right in here. So we have the list, like I said, every place that I mentioned is on here. And then next to it is a little bit more of a breakdown as to what specifically they have, just so people can get an idea. And of course, this is not all they have or everything they have. I just kind of wanted to give an idea of what kinds of things you might be able to eat at certain places. So let me know in the comments if you've been to any of these places, if you know of any other great vegan spots in Salem. Let me know which ones I should check out next time I go. And I hope that if you are on a plant-based diet, or maybe just looking for vegan options for someone who's in your group or a friend or family member, or you just want to try it out because why not? I hope that this list can help you do that on your next visit to Salem, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other videos from me. And I hope to see you guys soon. Stay spooky.